Anti-Afro-Svengalis, listen everyone, I am indeed going to be finishing up my naming names video, but I doing a detour or reroute because yesterday several of you sent me a clip or the link to a video that Make a Change posted about some lawsuit that appears to be filed in the federal system, Umar Johnson versus Lennon Honor. And I'm telling you, what rubbed me the wrong way with this video was Make a Change is making a comparison between the person who filed this lawsuit, which by all accounts is bogus. Umar Johnson didn't file this lawsuit. I'm making that statement. And there are very clear indicators of the reasons that that fact is just straight out there. Umar Johnson did not file that lawsuit. I'm just stating that. And he compares this lawsuit, and I put in quotations, filed electronically with the August Archibald, which is not the person's real name, and restating, again, I am not August Archibald. I did not file that lawsuit in federal court. I've never filed any sort of federal claim in my life, ever. I did not know August Archibald was going to file that lawsuit before he did it. I have no connection to the filing of that lawsuit. That is a fact. If somebody wants to take it, fine, take it wherever you want to take it. Okay? You can say I filed that lawsuit. You can believe that for miles on end. However, I am coming on here to make it clear that Make a Change is insulting us as, I will say, ADOS, thinking that we don't have knowledge of our own legal system. And specifically, this person knows a lot more about the U.S. legal system than Make a Change does. One of the most prized and precious rights that we have in this country is self-representation rights. Make a Change obviously doesn't know millions of people represent themselves in legal proceedings and they prevail. Having an attorney is not required. So for someone to insult someone who's not being represented by an attorney, because this is something Make a Change had stated before, really strikes as clear and convincing evidence of the knowledge gap that Make a Change has about our legal system. This is a right that people take very seriously. Now, if you're in a criminal trial, judge is going to have to authorize someone to self-represent, and there's a procedure that one undergoes. In the federal system, there are situations where an attorney is mandated. Class action lawsuits must be filed by an attorney. A person is unable to self-represent in a class action suit. And there, I believe patents are another requirement of legal representation. But by and large, you have all kinds of people in the federal system in all sorts of legal proceedings, and they are self-representing. Now, whether or not this individual, August Archibald, is going to self-represent the next time out or get legal counsel, that's up to him. But to insult our intelligence by devaluing someone who has taken it upon him or herself to self-represent further solidifies my position that this is like an insult to us. Whether or not Make a Change intends to insult us or just simply feels it's a matter of perspective that he can harbor, who knows? Bottom line is it's an insult, and Make a Change does. So it does become insulting when people really look at us Black folks as less intelligent, especially when it comes to our systems. Now, if we go to someone else's country, and I've traveled the world, look what happens to people from the U.S. who go to another country. They encounter an incredible amount of hostility if they even try to even appear to be taking any sort of authoritative verbal position about another country. I don't have that issue because I don't operate on that level. But to sit here and compare this phony, bullshit, illegal federal offense to the one that was filed in court is beyond insulting. True, Make a Change can have his opinion all day long, and so can I. If anybody wants to take the opportunity to review those documents and review that case, the judges took August Archibald's lawsuit seriously, gave him instructions, and he followed every single thing the judges requested of him, down to the T. Now, for those of you who don't recall, he pulled that lawsuit because his focus is on Umar Johnson. And he saw what occurred, the harassment, all of this side mess going on, and he recognizes trying to keep people informed, people took it a certain way and decided to go off into their different directions, which they have a right to do. But don't count this person out. This person is definitely regrouping and is going to be following through on what he intended to do. But to sit here and, again, here we go, because someone does not understand our legal system, they're not necessarily native to our legal system, they think they're in a position to tell us what we know about our system. And we could never do that when it comes to their country. So it is extremely insulting, and actually comparing a legitimate legal process to a criminal offense on the federal level, it really dives really deep under, below sewer level. So let's just hang around and see what happens. And there are other things that Shawshank Raw has done, and it just seems that Make a Change is really willing to defend him. That's okay, because that defense isn't going to mean anything when Shawshank Raw finds himself in the clutches of the federal legal system. On the criminal side, where will Make a Change be then when this situation restarts itself? In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.